said there's a story like that in a book that I read. This guy has some sheep, but one gets misled, so he leaves all the rest, and he searches it down, and he carries it back, and he makes the lost found. There's a story just like that in a book that I read.
Remember after Mass one day, I went up to this one guy and he had bandages over his eyes. And I asked him how he was doing, and he said, I'm doing well, I'm blessed. But he said, I have ALS, which means my body is gradually shutting down. So last week I lost the vision in my right eye, and this week I lost the vision in my left eye. So he said, the Lord's teaching me to see in a new way. He said, I might have lost the vision of my eyes, but the Lord's teaching me to see in a new way. And I never forgotten that moment. And I've thought of that whenever I encounter difficulties or challenges. That inmate taught me that anytime we're encountering something that seems hard, it may not be that we're losing something. It might be that the Lord is teaching us to see in a new way. So since the first time I came to say Mass here, I've always seen the whole music setup that they have and thought how cool it would be to be able to come play a concert for these guys. So we arranged some stuff to make it happen, bring in some of the special equipment that's needed, and we'll be trying to put on a show for them tonight. Here we go.
My name is Ralph Ambuel, and I have been volunteering here at the prison for 10 years. I first started with the Colby retreats and then got more involved in doing the St. John Math classes and coming to Mass every week. And Father Dave Michael has just been amazing. It's so wonderful to have priests come in here. It's just more special when you have the priest here and he brings the Eucharistic rite there, and it's just so special. But also because of the confession. And it may be sometimes 2 or 3 months before they get to say confession, so that's a long time. But I can tell you that we've had people that come through this program. They say the recidivist rate is about, within 3 years, that 7 out of 8 guys will reoffend and come back inside. 7 out of 8. And our experience here is like, well, 1 out of 8. This is an amazing program because when the priest comes in and he blesses the bread and the wine and becomes Jesus' body and blood, it's just so precious. Finding new people to hang with, new places to be, establishing solid habits that don't cause you to reoffend. And it's tough because we support them when they get out for 3 months. Say, we'll pay your rent and everything else for 3 months. That's your head start. And then once you get a job, then you can pay your own rent. And some of them can't. They're on disability. But the ones that do, they do amazing. I've got one guy that's been out now for a year and a half. He's moved up in his company. There's only 1 of 2 people in that company that can release a product out the door. He's the guy that has to sign off. That's what we like to see. We like to see lives change. That's why we do this, because we don't believe that people are trash. They may do stupid stuff. I tell my guys, you did something stupid. You wouldn't be here. You didn't do something stupid. So just admit it. You did something stupid. We've all done something stupid. My stupidity was not enough to cause me to go to the jail. Yours was. But how are you going to not do something stupid and get back out there again? And that's why we do this.
I say fly, you say twist, plop, plop. I say fly, you say twist, plop, plop. Stay to the end, it's one you won't want to miss, because Christianity has all the best plot twists. Well, all the Jewish people, they were looking for a savior, but they were looking in a throne. They weren't looking in a manger. They wanted a king. That's why everyone went crazy when plot twist. God showed up as a baby. Ha! I say plot, you say twist, plop, plop. I say plot, you say twist, plop, plop. Stay to the end, it's one you won't want to miss, because Christianity has all the best plot twists. Well, Jesus was preaching and he had a hungry crowd, 5,000 people who were ready to chow. 5 loaves, 2 fish, all they had that day. Then plot twist, all you can eat buffet. I said plot, you say twist, plop, plop. I said plot, you say twist, plop, plop. Stay to the end, it's one you won't want to miss, because Christianity has all the best plot twists. Well, the Apostle Paul wasn't always a bro. He wanted Christians dead, he didn't want them to grow. He had papers to kill, he made all the Christians run. Then plot twist, he became one. I said plot, you say twist, plot, plot. I said plot, you say twist, plot, plot. Stay to the end, it's one you won't want to miss, because Christianity has all the best plot twists.
So we kind of got that going a little bit. And I realized I had this box drum here, and I thought maybe I could play that too. So this is as many instruments as I can play at once. Try to go for 4. And you know, I was thinking, we got a tambourine, we got a drum, we got the harmonica. This is Houston, I should write a country song, right? So I wrote this song to be as country as I could possibly make a song, okay? Time to get out the house, time to head to the woods. I don't got a lot of friends, but the ones I have are good. The whole band is ready, and it's time to go. Gonna be a good night at the Jester 3 rodeo. Hop in the truck, let's go for a ride. Time to kick this night into 4-wheel drive. To grab a friend and gather around and turn the music up, 'cause it's time to get down. Yeehaw!
We got about 50 volunteers involved on this. We get 4 different classes: social values, peer relations, life increase, and also substance use. And we also do RCIA programs. We also do sacrament meetings. We also do halfway housing outside of the prison for the people that come out. And we also give them food routes and also support when they come out to guide them to them. And then we take them to the churches that they might be able to go when they go. That's what we all do here in this ministry. And we thank you, all our volunteers. And we thank our priests and our deacons, our clergy that is coming to help us. That is something very, very special to be able to do that. This means so much for us to get this team and share that love with all the people here in Chester 3. I hope you guys come back sometime soon.
You're walking out just now. It's just crazy to think that this is my life, that I get to do this. I was telling one of the inmates afterwards, you know, if I wasn't a priest, I probably never would have met these guys. But my priesthood has taken me to all these places and led me to meet all these people that I probably wouldn't have met otherwise. And talking with these guys, you realize how common your experience is. That you're all human beings, and you're all sinners in need of grace, pursuing God. I had a thought too, while I was saying Mass, that my own dad went to jail 13 times for a lot of pro-life work that he did. And I really see my father in these men. That I would hope that my dad, when there's a priest came to visit him, that he would have shown him a certain level of respect and dignity and friendship and hope. And that's what I hope I bring these guys. And I'm just so thankful to be able to be with them in this way. Afterwards, one of the guys gave me an update on that man I mentioned earlier who had lost his sight and said the Lord was teaching him to see in a new way. And they said he's actually about to go on hospice. So he's preparing for death now. And they said his attitude is what you would expect. He is so hopeful still. And he is still in such good spirits. And it's so inspiring, they said, to see him the way he is. And as he prepares to meet God, he is about to see everything in a totally new way. And I think that's the hope for all of us. And certainly being a place like this does give you a new perspective on life.